Alrighty, thank you everyone oh, you can hear me?
We can.
Okay, perfect. So thank you everyone for coming to Companies Connect this year. My name is William Du. I'm developer community managers at Agora. I'm also a Comly alum, cohort 17. So I am very excited to be here. I don't know like how many of you have heard of or know about like real-time communications, but the main purpose of this presentations is to share with you about three things. One, what is real-time communications or RTC? And second, what real-time communication has been evolved to over the years? And third, how can real-time communication really empowers the future of work? Essentially why I'm here. So by definition, the real-time communication is basically a near simultaneous exchange of information over any types of telecommunication service from sender to receiver with a negligible latency. So by informations, it can be anything. It can be messages, it could be signals, it could be voice call or video call. So basically the softwares that you are seeing or using in market nowadays, like WeChat, FaceTime, Skype, Team, Zoom, or WhatsApp, they're all real-time communication software. Although those apps do seem very easy to use, people often didn't realize how difficult it is to power them. They all requires very sophisticated technologies and algorithms to transfer video and audio stream from point A to point B. So let's talk about Agora. So Agora is an engagement platform as a service company. We power brands and companies around the globe to engage audience with video, audio, and broadcasting. So to put into a simpler way, we provide video, audio, and broadcasting software development kit or SDKs. So think of it as a building blocks. We really allows anyone to build a Zoom, Skype or Twitch or WhatsApp like softwares. So yeah, so and also we deliver over about like 25 billion minutes per month of real-time voice and video communications. So to put into perspectives, that's enough time to travel from Earth to Mars about like 28,000 times. So that's a lot, right? So we already see like so many brands in industries like social, gaming, esports, dating, retail. They all use our technologies. So you may have noticed that all the examples that I have talked about, they are all social medias. So I mean, like you can just build a video chat software and add some texting feature, put on a brand, and everyone can start their companies. It's not really that exciting or cool anymore. But what we have been noticing is the trend in which people's using RTC technology to reimagine the future of work. So before we do that, let me show you a few numbers. So we already seeing like the world is collaborating virtually. About 70% of the employees, they say at least they work once per week. And within those 70% of the workers, 88% of them believe the virtual teamwork is critical to their productivities. And the current online collaboration tools really helps them to increase about 20 to 30% productivities. So these are, as you can see, the RTC really makes a difference here. But when we say like workplace, we are mostly thinking about, okay, it's day-to-day work in office, right? But I believe work is only like a general term to include so many specific scenarios. For example, like doctors treating patients is work, teachers teaching in the classroom is work, even firefighters putting out a fire is also work. So how can we use the RTC technology to empower them to unleash their full potentials and increase their productivities? So for the rest of the presentations, I will share with you 4 scenarios that RTC can not only increase the work productivity, but also helps fill the social gap, improve the wellness of the citizens, or even saving lives. So right now, we already see there are so many tools in the markets. You have text messages, you have email, you have video conferencing, but however, there is not really a method that has like fully integrated real-time communication tools that unleashes the full potential of workers and productivities. So with Agora's RTC technologies, the fully integrated solutions becomes possible. So let's dive into the first scenarios, the educations. So in current education scenarios, there are many challenges. The challenges are mostly around the instructors. So the quality instructors are very expensive and limited, and that's why you will see instructors usually have like, okay, 20, 30, even hundreds of students in one classroom. And because of that, each instructor has a, so each instructor has a very limited attention to each student. And last but not least, there's usually only one teaching format for all students. For example, everyone knows everyone has a different learning styles, right? Some people learn better from images and others learn better from, let's say, data and numbers. So it's instructors, it's hard for them to personalize the learning experience for each student. So with the power of real-time communications, So with the power of real-time communications, we have seen several innovative solutions to these scenarios, like dual instructor classroom, AI instructor classroom, and VR classroom. Dual instructor classroom is something like having 2 professors in the work together to talk about like the same subjects. One is offline, another one is online. Like the one in the image right now. So one professor is teaching in the classroom and have another like maybe guest speakers or another subject expert to talk online. An AI instructor really empowers the teachers to complete some simple teaching tasks and also have extra features like, for example, like student sentiment analysis. That really helps the teacher really understand, okay, what parts that students are feeling confused about and what are some benchmarks that I can improve in the future of teaching. And also, last but not least, the VR classroom really provides an immersive experience for students to learn about the subjects. So before I show you the demo, let me just give you a little bit introduction. So we created a web demo to show what we can achieve right now. So this is very basic, only shows a basic feature of the education use case. So on the left side, you can see there are some tools that teachers can use. And in the middle, this is actually the PowerPoint that the teacher is sharing to the students. And on the right side, you have text messages, a text box where students can ask questions. And teachers also has the master controls to to enable like microphone or cameras. So as you can see, the class starts, and I'm circling things or even types. Okay, pay attention, no talking. And for the student side, they can ask questions, and we even embedded the raise your hand feature where students can raise hands and they will be waited in queue so that teachers can answer any questions. So next scenario is the healthcare. So the 2 common use cases that we have seen is the first telemedicine and the mental wellness. So telemedicine really empowers the healthcare professionals to evaluate, diagnose, and treat patients at a distance over any types of telecommunications tools. So a good use case will be the coronavirus. So right now we all know coronavirus is highly contagious, and we already see so many doctors in China is already using online telemedicine tools to treat patients, and you can even like mix the RTC with e-commerce factors. For example, when a doctor to treat after they diagnose and treat patients, they can order the prescription drugs and deliver to the patient's doors. It is safe, it is easy, and it is fast. And the second case is the mental wellness. So mental wellness really, in this case, RTC really empowers anyone to have the best resource possible. So for example, Talkspace, as one of our clients, they are able to provide the access for you to Michael Phelps therapy. So this is very accessible and affordable. And the third use case is actually the natural disaster relief. So when there is an earthquake or a tsunami, consistent and reliable communication is really important in this scenario. And it is also important for the first responders to figure out a way to find survivors as fast as possible. So for the past few years, we have encouraged thousands of developers all over the world to come up with a creative idea or solutions to help the rescue team to increase their productivity. So last year, we have a team of developers to embed our video SDK within drones. So for example, when a first responder arrive in the area, they can assign a specific area, and then the algorithms will split those areas into several hexagonal space. And then they will launch 8 drones to scan each hexagonal space so that it can cover all the corners and areas and trying to help the first responder to locate the survivors. And last but not least, the work collaborations. We have seen like so many challenges in the current work collaborations scenarios. It is very hard ever since we have like so many, let's say, work tools. We are actually being constantly distracted. People often have to jump back and forth among like different tools. It is really hard to coordinate among different parties. And because of that, all the conversations are pretty much fragmented. So we all have, I bet we all have like the experience like the followings, right? Okay, which documents should we look at? How do I join Zoom? What's the Zoom's channel name? Something like that. So we really want to explore, okay, how can we make the work more seamless, more easy for everyone? So that's why last year we have worked closely with Box and IBM to really explore the seamless work experience area by leveraging Box enterprise level solution, IBM Watson's intelligence analysis, and Agora's video technologies. So let me show you a quick video. So what you have seen in that video is really the core of the seamless work collaboration experience. So you don't need to sign up, you don't need to download any third-party software. As long as you have a Box account, you can start the conversation instantly with a few clicks. This is just the beginning of our explorations. So in the future, we can integrate with more features such as like live translations, attendee sentiment analysis, which can tell the host, okay, so what part are people confused about live, and also like live document editings and work calendar sync. So let's just sum up. RTC not only empowers work, it really empowers different professionals. So in education use case, real-time communications really empowers teachers to engage with students. It also, on the other hand, empowers students to receive higher quality educations. Because when you take a step back, the current education challenges are essentially about the resource challenges. So for example, like the urban areas, they usually get more resources than the rural areas. So RTC really helps filling the resource gap. And in healthcare scenarios, RTC really empowers doctors to treat more patients easily, safely, and efficiently, and also provides patients the affordable Medicare at their fingertips. And in the disaster relief case, RTC empowers the first responder or the rescue team to find survivors as quickly as possible. And essentially, it saves lives. And last but not least, the work collaborations. It really empowers everyone to increase productivities. It saves time and hassle. So thank you very much for your attentions. And if you want to learn more about our use cases or want to see like live demos, please feel free to fill out this survey or connect me through email or LinkedIn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, William.